students, Saraswati Sisukunj welcomes you. This video is for standard 10 subject English. In the previous live video, I discussed about poem number 7. So today I will start chapter number 7 entitled as Glimpse of India. Right? See the pronunciation, glimpse, right? Not glimpses is or whatever. That when you see the word, what the pronunciation is glimpse, right? So glimpse of India, it means jhalak of India. Which kind of people are living, which kind of facilities are available in India, right? So let's see through this chapter, glimpse of India. Let's see what is there in this chapter. See, this chapter you will learn 3 parts. In this chapter we will learn 3 parts. First part is called A Baker from Goa. Second part is Coorg. Coorg is a city. And third part, tea from Assam. Means in Assam, what happened. So see, in 3 parts we will learn about 3 cities or state of India. Right? So Goa in first part we will learn. In second part we will learn about Coorg. And third part we will learn about Assam. Right? So today I will start the first part and I will explain first part what is given in first part. Right? So let's see, written by Lucio, what he has written in the first part, A Baker from Goa. Let's see today that what is exactly given in the first part, A Baker from Goa. Right? Let's see the first part. Before I start, what is the duty of baker? See in this picture. What can you see? See, the word will come in this chapter, loaves of bread. Loaves, loaves of bread. Right? So in the right side, see, loaves of bread are given in a big form, right? And then they will just roll and then they will make breads and other things from these loaves, right? So this is a picture of loaves of bread that will come in first paragraph. So that's why I show you before the chapter or before the first para. Let's start. A Baker from Goa, part 1. As I told you, we have 3 parts. So let's continue with the first part. See, this is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker. Now here pen portrait, it means one character or one person described by writer. One person or one character described by writer how he is, right? So that is called pen portrait, means described one person, right? How he is living and what is the duty of his person throughout the day, right? So let's see. One baker of Goa, writer has talked about, who still has an important place in his society. See, in Goa, baker's role is very important and value of baker in Goa is very important. You will come to know throughout this chapter. So let's start our chapter, part 1, called A Baker from Goa. Let's see. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about those old Portuguese days. Now see, you know that before independence, those were here. We cannot come to know exactly because all the people were dead, right? And all the people are died. But how can we come to know what was the situation before independence or when Portuguese were here or when England people were here? How can we come to know? We can come to know from our elders. Same way, here writer talks about nostalgically means, reminiscing nostalgically means thinking about the past. So our elders will tell us a story, what happened in the past when they were in their young age, right? So here elders are talking about Portuguese, talking to their children, the Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. I talked about nice picture, loaves of bread. So here, how Portuguese were famous in Goa, especially for loaves of bread, especially for that breads, right? So elders are talking about to their children about Portuguese and how that loaves of bread were famous at that time in Goa. Right now also famous, but that time too much famous. They were talking about. Those eaters of loaves might have vanished. Those eaters, it means that Portuguese, they were the lover of loaves of bread. Maybe now they are vanished, means they are dead. But the makers are still there. but the makers are still there. It means those were making, then generation by generation this process is going on of baking the bread, right? So makers are still there, means their children, generation by generation still there. We still have almost used the among us the mixtures. Mixture means those are mixing that for making the dough, right, of bread. So mixtures are there. The molders means those are giving shape to that dough, right? Dough means for example, to make a roti we need to make a dough, right? And then we need to take some part of that and then we need to make a roti, right? Same way, from dough, those are making molders, giving shapes for the bread, maybe triangular, maybe that rectangular, right? So those are called molders. And those who bake the loaves. And third person who will just use the furnaces and then they will bake the dough, right? Or they will make the loaves of the bread. Those age-old time-tested furnaces still exist. I will show you after this para one picture that what is called furnaces, right? So that age-old furnaces still exist means in a bakery, you can find that bhatti, we say in Gujarati. So still exist, right? Because generation by generation that business is going on. Though people are dead at the time of Portuguese, but that process and that business is still going on. The fire in the furnaces has not yet been extinguished, right? Whichever furnaces or bakery they had still going on generation by generation and not extinguished, means not extinguished means not fired out, it is still there. The third and the jingle of, see, I show you the picture. See, this is called furnace, right? They need to use bamboo and then they need to put in that particular furnace, so they cannot be burned and then they have to use. So see, I talked about that third and jingle, right? Third and jingle both are types of voice. See, the person, he has used a bamboo stick. So there is a voice downside a particular voice of bamboo. So when he will put inside the furnace, voice will come out, right? So this is called third and jingle voice. The traditional baker's bamboo, right? I talked about bamboo. They are using traditional bamboo tree, in that voice is coming out. So people can come to know when they are putting breads into furnaces, right? So they cannot be burned. Heralding his arrival in the morning. Now, not only that bamboo tree, when bakers are coming in the morning to sell, right, their breads and other products, biscuits and cookies, so they are coming with in one hand bamboo and in one hand basket, right? So basket is on the head and in one head there is a bamboo, and in that bamboo there is a voice of third and jingle. So when he is just moving his stick of bamboo, voice will come out and people will come to know, yes, baker has come to sell his products, so let's go out, right? Heralding means announcing a sound there in the morning that I have come, you just come and take. Can still be heard in some places, right? People can come to know that baker has come, let's go to take bread or whatever we require, cookies or biscuit. Maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family business. See, at the time of Portuguese, those were father, they have died, grandfathers, but their sons still carry on this business, right, of baking and selling as a baker, right? So these bakers are even today known as padder in Goa. See, and from the time of Portuguese, those are bakers that those were grandparents, they were died, their son and their son, means generation by generation this process is going on of selling or baking breads. So that person or those bakers still right now in Goa known as padder, right? They are known as padder in Goa. Let's see next para what happened or what is the usefulness of baker in Goa. During her childhood in Goa, when writer was small, when he was child, the baker used to be a friend. One of the baker was his friend. When writer was small, when he was in Goa, one of the baker was his best friend. companion and guide. Even not only friend, companion and guide. He used to come at least twice a day. After every twice means in a one day only he was coming two times. In a one day he was coming two times. How? See, once he set out in the morning for selling round. When he was coming to sell the products, one time he was coming and he was meeting to the writer, and then again when he returned after emptying his huge basket. See, every day he had basket full of breads and lots of bread, and when he was going, that time he was meeting to writer, and after returning when his basket was empty, when his basket was empty, that time he was meeting to writer. Means two time he was meeting to writer, because he was a friend of writer when he was small, right, in his childhood. The jingling thud of his bamboo woke us up from sleep. As I told you, in bamboo there was a voice of thud and jingle, right? So because of that voice, every time writer was woke up from his bed, from his sleep, and we ran to meet and greet him. And writer and their friends were going and meeting him and greeting him good morning and all. Why was it so? Was it for the love of the loaf? Not at all. Why they were running to meet their baker for showing love for baker, or they are fond of eating baker, or bread? No, not at all. They were not going for eating bread or to purchasing bread. They were going for the loaves were brought by some paskins and paskins or bastines. Now see, paskins and this word bastine, it means maid or servant. You know, if anything is coming outside to take, servants were going. That malik or that owners will not go, right? So servants were going to take that. The maid servant of the house, they were going to purchase. So children were going to greet only, right? So those were servants, they will go to purchase breads from the baker, and children will enjoy and just have a look and to greet him, which we chose carefully, right? One line is missed. What we longed for were those bread bangles. I will show you the picture of bread bangles. So children like to purchase bread bangles, and the elders one like to purchase that bread and loaves of bread, right? So children were going not only greet him, but to especially to purchase bread bangles, right? I will show you exactly after this page that what is called bread bangles. So children were going to purchase bread bangles, and elders were going to purchase the loaves of the bread, right? Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. See, sometimes there are so many sweets made up of bread, right? So sometimes baker was coming with sweet bread, right? So children likes to eat, and that's why they were running and to greet him. So maybe they can purchase, or maybe friend of baker, that's why they can give without charge, right? So this way possible. That's why they were going and running in the morning, the children and writer himself. The baker made his musical entry on the scene with the jang jang sound of his specially made bamboo staff. See, he had so many bamboos, so every day he was coming with another bamboo, and this time bamboo has jang jang sound, right? Previously third sound and jing sound, now he jingle sound, now he has jang jang sound, right? Different sounds of the bamboo. A music comes from bamboo, that particular stick. One hand supported the basket. On one hand they have supported basket full of bread, and in other hand they have that bamboo, right? On other hand they have bamboo stick. So they will just move like this, and then voice will come out, and people will come to purchase that breads. People will come to know, yes, baker has come, let's go to purchase the breads. One hand supported, as I talked about. He would greet the lady of the house with good morning. He would just greet the lady, good morning, do you want to purchase anything? I have full of basket, so do you want to purchase any bread or loaves of bread? And the place his basket on the. See, before I just go in the next para, see the picture of bread bangles. It looks like how girls wear bangles, right? So it is in the shape of bangles. That is called bread bangles. Children like to eat that time that bread bangles. I don't know right now in bakery it is there or not, or they are selling or not. But when you go in Goa, maybe possible, because generation by generation they cook like this or they bake like this. So you can find bangles bread that children like to use. So bakers were just greeting to ladies of the house good morning, and vertical bamboo we kids would be pushed aside with a mild rebuke. When we were going to purchase that bangles bread, elders were saying just go from here, right? A kind of scolding, right? So you can see a disapproval or a scolding. Just go inside, we will bring for you a bread, you don't come out, right? But children were going to purchase that bread bangles. Then, but we would not give up. But children were not going. Though elders were scolding, but children were not going. We would climb a bench or the parapet and peep into the basket. They were just jumping on the bench and then they were just trying to peep that what is exactly there in the basket, which kind of products today baker has brought. They like to peep, by just jumping on the bench. And loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. As I told you, children will purchase loaves of bread and elders will purchase loaves of bread and children will purchase the bangles bread, right? Then we did not even care of brush or teeth and wash our mouths properly. See, as soon as when they wake up, they found that baker and they'll just run to take that bangles of bread. So they thought that we will not just do brush or wash our mouth, is okay, right? Because see the sentence given over here, who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush, right? Means that time there was no Colgate or no tube, right, for the brush. They need to just take the leaf of the mango or any leaf of the tree, and then like it is called in Gujarati datar, right? So they were doing that. So who will take the trouble to take that leaf and to do the brush, right? Who will do that? And why was it necessary at all? See the children, they were lazy, right? Why it is required to do that brush, right? Toothbrush. The tiger never brushed his teeth, right? Tiger single time he has big teeth. Single time have you seen tiger is doing a brush, right? So what is that? Not required for us also. A hot tea could wash. When you just drink a hot tea, it will wash that teeth, right? Without doing brush. See the children. But will you feel comfortable or will you feel proper without doing brush or without taking bath? Whole day you will not feel properly. Even that smell will come out if you do not do that brush, right? So they were thinking hot tea will clean my mouth and clean up everything so nicely after all. But see, hot tea will clean but not that much, but everything will go inside, right? When you just drink hot tea or hot water without doing brush, then it will go inside, that whatever bacteria and all will go inside, so we will have problem. But children were interested in eating, right? That's why they were thinking we will not do brush. See next, marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet. See, here see the situation. What is the importance of bread? Children were purchasing their bread bangles, elders are purchasing their loaves of bread, because mostly they do not eat roti in Goa previously at the time of Portuguese. They eat only bread with sabji, with vegetable. So bread is required daily. So here see the importance of bread at the time of Goa when Portuguese were here. See, marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as the ball. See, previously 50 MCQ were asked in 10th standard. Now syllabus is changed plus pattern is changed. So that time such MCQ were asked. Maybe you when somebody's marriage, though you will give a gift, but that gift is meaningless if you do not give him or her a sweet made up of bread called ball, right? So gift is required with that box of ball. Means sweet of ball is required, then only marriage gift is considered, otherwise meaningless. See the value of bread. In the marriage also required. Just as a party or a feast loses its charm without bread. If there is a party, birthday party, things are required made up of bread, sandwiches, pizza, right, made up of maida, right. So in a party, how party is meaningless without bread, sandwiches and all. Same way in Goa, marriages are meaningless without a particular sweet. Marriage gifts are meaningless without a particular sweet called ball, right, at that time. Just as a party or a feast, as I talked about, sandwiches required. Not enough can be said to show how important a baker can be for a village. In a Goa, in each village, bakers has a important value, because in any function, in any program, baker is must, right. So there is so much value in Goa of baker right now also, maybe, right. The lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. If anybody's daughter's engagement is there, sandwiches are must to prepare. If they will not prepare, engagement cannot be valid. Maybe they just hope like that, or they believe like that. Ball, sweet is required, and cakes and bolihans. Bolihans is a sweet name, right? A particular sweet name. So cakes and bolihans are a must for Christmas as well as other festival. If there is a festival or Christmas, these two sweets are must. You have heard in Goa and England. Mostly not only at the time of birthday, whenever any function or any celebration, they cut a cake, right. So in Goa, cakes and bolihans, they both are must for the celebration, for the festivals. These two sweets are must, and they both are made up from bread, right. So there is a value of baker. Thus the presence of the baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential. In each village, though other facility will not be there, but furnace, that I show you picture, right, to bake a cake or to bake a cookies and biscuits made up of bread is essential. Furnace factory should be there in each village, that is for sure. See next. The baker or bread seller, whether is baker or bread seller of those days, had a peculiar dress. I will show you in the next picture. See, downside is already seen. So they have specially one picture or dress code, that what to wear, right, and that is known as kabai. They cannot wear anything at the time of Portuguese I am talking about. When they were baking a bread or when they were just selling a bread, they need to wear particular dress known as kabai that time. It was a single piece long frock. See, for gents also, a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. From here to knees, it was whole, single. Portuguese, they were wearing that one type of frock. But when writer was small, that time it was changed. That time bakers were wearing a shirt and trousers, and which were shorter than full length. It was not a full, it was not a half. It means in between. We can say 3/4. Maybe girls knows, right. Girls know because they wear 3/4, right. So not full one, not half one, but 3/4. So when writer was small, bakers were wearing shirt and half and not half, or they were wearing 3/4. But when Portuguese were there, that time they were wearing a full half knee, that frock, right. Even today, anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees. Right now also in Goa, if you wear 3/4, not half, not full, or 3/4 till the knees, then you will be called or you will be commented as pedder. As I told you now, in Portuguese, bakers were known as pedder. So right now also when you go in Goa, if you wear pant till 3/4, not half, not full, then you will be known as pedder. It means you will be known as that you are a baker. Are you a baker? That way people will comment, right. See next para. But before next para, let me show you. See the position of a baker. In one hand basket, and in one hand that bamboo, and that a voice of jingling, and see the costume. Even that particular sign is also given, C15, and see the frock from top to till knees, only one single frock, right, and that is not that much tight, it is loose, right. So this is the costume of a baker. And costume and somewhat position, and they were wearing half or more than half pant, means 3/4, and trouser and that shirt. See last para of this baker's story. The baker usually collected the bills at the end of the month. Every day he was selling but not taking money every day. He was just taking a bill, and every month he was collecting money from that people, those who have purchased that bake, bread and other products. Monthly accounts used to be recorded on some wall in pencil. See, that time they were not using any diary to write a bill or to write a money. They were using pencil on any wall. For example, such kind of wall, they were writing with pencil on the wall. Now, right now, anybody can be honest. When baker will go, will rub, right? Because we can rub easily from the wall with pencil. So that time they were noting that bills and money, how many you have purchased, how many you will just take, right? Everything was written on the wall with pencil that time, and monthly that count was there. Baking was indeed a profitable profession in old days, right. That time baking was the base profession in Goa at the time of Portuguese, and baker was just given a respect, right, because everywhere for eating bread is required, bread is must, right, for making anything for them at the time of Portuguese I am talking about. So a respect was given to baker, and a baker and his family never starved. Never starved means bhukhe marvu, means they were earning too much money, so single time happy and prosperous. Prosperous means rich, because obviously their products will be sold daily. Their plump physique was an open testimony to this. Plump physique means all bakers were fat, right? All the bakers were fat, that is called plump physiques. So they were fat. This shows only that they were happy in their life and they were eating everything properly, that's why they were fat. And even today, any person with a jackfruit like physical appearance, right now also in Goa, when you go, if you wear more than half pant 3/4, you will be called pedder, means baker. And when one person will see you are a fat and you looks like a jackfruit, then people will come to know are you a baker, will compare with a baker, right? Because baker in a Portuguese, it was known as that if you are fat, it looks like that you are happy, healthy and prosperous, right, rich. So this was the first story out of 3, a baker from Goa. Not only at the time of Portuguese, right now also you can find in Goa there is a value of baker. So see, this we didn't know before reading this chapter, right, that in one part of India, in Goa, there is a value of baker too much. In other states and cities you cannot find such value of baker, especially in Goa, right, you can find too much value of baker. So this was a story or pen portrait of baker in Goa, located in India, right. So this was about a baker of Goa. Now I have given in worksheet question answer or whatever you copy down, and be regular in sending homework, don't forget. And we will have Monday live lectures, and then Thursday offline, right. So till Friday we have one day live and one day offline, one day live and one day offline. So don't be confused and see your timetable and properly manage and read, right. Reading is must. We'll meet you.